the first hedge fund strategy example is a situation in which the hedge fund both buys and sells bonds in order to take advantage of what they think is going to happen in terms of the difference between the two spreads. So let's assume that right now 10-year treasuries are paying 150 basis points or 1.5%. And 10-year double B corporate, so still investment grade, but at the bottom of investment grade, are paying 377 basis points or 3.77. And so the spread to treasuries is 227 basis points. And let's assume I believe this to be too narrow or too small. Why? Either historically or economically, there's just a lot more risk and the spread needs to be wider, or historically it's been wider. How I arrived at this sometimes defines the type of hedge fund. If I've seen that it's a statistical anomaly, then maybe it's a statistically focused hedge fund. Or if I believe that economically this is too small, then maybe it is a macroeconomic or global macro focused fund. So I believe that 227 basis points is not enough premium on the triple Bs relative to the treasuries, given the amount of risk. Therefore, I believe the rate on the triple Bs, the 377, will go up relative to the treasuries, and the rate on the treasuries will go down relative to the triple Bs. So I don't believe that only the rate on triple Bs would go up, all rates could go down. If that were the case, I would just short the triple Bs because I think the rate's going to go up and the price goes down. My belief is about the difference between the rates or the spread between them. And that's what distinguishes a hedge fund. So if the triple B rate goes up, which is what I think is going to happen, the price will go down, and so I want to take a short position in triple B bonds. And if the treasury rate goes down and the price goes up, then I want to buy the treasuries. And so I'm going to sell short $100 of the triple Bs, and I'm going to buy $100 for the $100 of the treasuries, and then I'm going to wait for the world to realize I'm right. Now, technically, I'm not going to match them in dollar amounts. I'm going to duration match them, so it's a slightly more complicated transaction, but this is pretty close. So note that a parallel shift in the credit structure is going to be a wash, meaning if the rates on treasuries and the rates on the triple Bs both go up or both go down, I am going to make money on one and lose the exact same amount on the other because I'm hedged. And if I were just short triple B bonds and all rates decreased, including triple Bs, then the price would go up and I would lose money. But since I'm hedged because of the position in the treasuries and all rates go down, then the money I lose on the triple Bs I make on the long treasuries. And this is the essence of a hedge fund. So what is it that I'm forecasting? What sort of economic conditions? Am I forecasting an expansion or a contraction? Well, essentially I'm forecasting a contraction because what I'm saying is that right now the extra that triple B companies are paying isn't enough. I think it's going to be more, and so I think there's going to be a contraction. So how do I get in trouble on this trade? Well, if the economy expands and the spread narrows, and if people believe the 227 triple B spread for treasuries is too much, and then it goes the wrong way and I lose money. The second hedge fund example is more of an equity type transaction. And here the idea is a silicon chip manufacturing company just hired a new CEO. And this person is spectacular. And the stock price didn't change. And I think that this company is going to do much better because of this particular individual. And I could just buy this particular company. If I were a mutual fund, that's what I'd have to do. But in a downturn in the industry or the economy, it's going to kill that company regardless of how good this person is. And I'm just looking to make a few extra percent on this particular company because this person is so much better, a great turnaround specialist, than other people in this industry. And so I don't want industry risk and I don't want economic risk. I want the risk associated with this particular person. And so what I would do is I would buy stock in this company and then I would go short a basket of other silicon chip companies or maybe an index. And I would hope that this one goes up just slightly more or goes down just slightly less than the other companies in the index. And so those are two of many different types of hedge fund strategies.